Hi, I'm Ursula from My German Family. I just love working with civil records, especially if they have margin notes. And I found a birth record that even has 2 margin notes, so that promises to be an interesting story. Let me tell you more. So we have a child born on the 26th of December 1899 in Berlin-Wedding, and the birth is registered on the 3rd of January 1900. And the parents are listed as Auguste Louise Marie Schillinger née Sucro, and she's married to the butcher Sebastian Bernhard Michael Schillinger. And the interesting thing is that while her address is given, the whereabouts of her husband are unknown. So that's already some indications of, there is something wrong, but still, the child is listed as a legitimate child and receives the name Karl Gustav Richard Schillinger. Now, let's look at the first margin note. And here we have the margin note dated 5th of September 1901. So the child is already 1.5 years old, and this is about a legally binding decision of the Royal District Court in Halle on the Saale, that's south of Berlin, about a 2 hours drive today, that is dated 13th of July 1901. And it says that the child registered as born as a legitimate child is not a legitimate child. In fact, the butcher Sebastian Bernhard Michael Schillinger is not the father, and the child's mother has conceived by another man. So this answers 2 questions. The one is where his whereabouts. So the husband obviously did not live in Berlin anymore, and she did not know where he lived. And it seems that he lives in Halle, or at least at the district of the court of Halle. So he cannot be the father of the child. And the second question is the child legitimate or not? And it is not. It is now officially an illegitimate child, and it receives a different surname as well. The margin note does not say so, I say so, but the child then receives the maiden name or the birth name of the mother. So this child, 1.5 years old, already has his first name change, and his surname is now Sucro. Now let's look what the second margin note tells us. Here we have the year 1905, 30th of March. So the child is 5 years and 3 months old. And obviously the mother has married, and she married Gustav Richard Karl Behrendt. And interesting, if we look at the child's name, the child is named Karl Gustav Richard, and the man who walks in is Gustav Richard Karl. And interestingly, he lives in the Bergstraße 71, and when the child was born, they lived in the Bergstraße 70. So this looks a bit like there is a connection, and wonder if this is the father of the child. So he claims to have married the mother of the child, and on that very day, on the 30th of March 1905, and he acknowledges the child, and the child then gets his third name. So 5 years old, already has the third surname, and this time his name is Behrendt. So, and this is obviously his birth father as well. So this is a little interesting story I wanted to share with you. If you want to learn more about German history and genealogy, Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss my next video. See you then.